Alright, we're continuing the Spoon Rampage challenge in the Shores of Hell. I am tempted to put it up to hurt me plenty, but knowing that there are going to be slightly higher level monsters on this, I'm going to stick with Hey Not Too Rough for now. Alright, this time we will have the advantage of damage numbers to show us just how painful a spooning can be. Now, the reason I'm going quickly through that is that that floor hurts you. And I think that's the first instance of a non-obvious floor hurting you in Doom. All the others have been in the acid or lava. Whoa! So, yeah, this is what happens when you don't have armor on you. I'm going to have to be a lot more careful. This is such a weird, stupid switch. Okay. Let's open this up and go down the bonus corridor and go back in time for the... Oh, there are no demons. I'm completely disoriented by playing this on an easier mode than normal. Alright, so now we're about to find one of our... Yeah, there we go. I was going to say one of our new enemies. I honestly expected it to be a cacodemon, but apparently it isn't on easy mode. It's just a floating skull, lost soul, who's standing there lost. I am going to go back to the start of the level, because even though I can't pick up the plasma gun that's about to be opened, I can possibly find some armor in the same secret. I'm not absolutely sure. You really have to go back a long way to get to this teleport. Oh, great, some monsters as well. And there is no armor here. Okay, that's a net loss for me. Oh, especially as I... Oh, that was a disaster. Just going to claw my health back from that. Who would have thought a shotgun could defeat a spoon so easily? I can't even remember what those two switches do. And there's a whole secret in here in this level that involves getting the red key, but I just can't remember how to do it ever. Yeah. Alright, Amos Anomaly is complete. Let's go to E2, M2, which is Containment Area, the original crate level. So, as boring as this first room is, this is quite a highly regarded map. Because it does have a lot of variety to it once you get out the original sort of dull crate maze. Oh yeah, the character on the map is an arrow. I think that's true in the original Doom as well. Oh, that was a weak spooning with 40 damage. Yeah, it goes from 40 to 160, 200 there. Oh, armor. Berserk, thank you very much. It's just so variable. One of the things that Paradise, which I played a few times ago on this stream, one of the things that Paradise does was just normalize all the damage so that you know, a bullet does X amount of damage and a fireball will always do another Y amount of damage. Alright, we're in search of the yellow key somewhere in this maze of crates. It's all the excitement of going to the self-storage facility. Oh, okay, so in this episode, hell is beginning to invade, so as well as the clean UAC tech-based corridors, it sometimes gives way to these hellish marble fortresses. Okay, a lot of blue key doors there. Some self-building stairs. Didn't want to take that biosuit until I absolutely needed it. There's a weird room here just with, yeah, these things that toggle up and down. I don't think that any of the bonuses over there are enough to tempt me over. I don't think you can be crushed by them, but I don't want to take any chances. Alright. And this would be the chainsaw, I think, but we've just got a plinth. Yeah, by the second episode you're expected to have some fairly heavy weaponry, including the plasma gun. So this is going to be interesting to see what it's like without it. Well, Hell's minions are not known for their IQ. Alright. That's a blue key. What else do we need? The spoon is the heavy weaponry. Yes, it is. Look at how plain this room is, honestly. Because in a couple of beginner maps, I would look at this and say, well, you know, it's a bit plain. You've not got a lot of exciting stuff. Look what you can do with the walls. You could split it up a bit, but in the original maps, honestly, a lot of them are really plain, which is possibly testament to the game being entirely made within 4 months after the shareware version. But yeah, considering the tools that they had available, which was nothing like we have today, it's an impressive feat to have cranked them out this quickly. See, you can go from 20 to 160 damage. I'm being very unlucky just now with all the 20s. Okay. We've got the red key. What do we do with the red key? Let's zoom out back again. We can go through this river of toxic waste. Oh, I think I was meant to go through this river of toxic waste perhaps in the other direction. So let's instead go this way, was it? There's the yellow key. Oh, yeah, this I did not get this room at all, because I was going, oh, no, and oh, no, and okay, I'll do this, and then, oh, no, 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 no. Look at the ceiling! And you're safe. Alright, so this time, really, where is the red key? Where's the red door? That yellow key opens up this area, I remember. And yeah, that's going to give me nothing. 20, 40, 20, 60. Is this thing still working? Now these are weird as well, because these little I don't know, sort of wires, I suppose, or pulsing fields they also damage you, even though you wouldn't think it. Well, there's 160, 120. The spoon's on its way to being recharged again. Oh. How many secrets within secrets are there here? Alright. Doesn't quite lead me to where the red door is. I was certain I'd seen it. Oh yeah, okay, right. It's down there at the south. Yes, this'll do. Okay, I knew I'd seen it. So that opens up a door, which gives me a switch, I think. Yep. And by the magic of wrapping the level around on itself, that switch gives you a window into what you've just done with it. Would have been easy to put a switch on that wall that was only accessible via a key, but they didn't think of that in the original Doom. They only set up their line actions so that you could have doors that were affected by keys. You could never have a switch affected by a key. Refinery is the next one. Okay, let me Oh, I heard that. But where did it come from? Behind there. Oh, something that, there's a quirk of Doom that even though the fist, or in this case the spoon, is completely silent, it will alert enemies if you swing your fist around near them. Alright. So in case it wasn't clear already, I know even less about the layout of these maps than I do the Episode 1 maps. So, this will be fun. I think there are cacodemons in those cages, yes, and because we're on easy, this is our first encounter with a cacodemon. And it's not one that, well, I suppose I can reach through the bars, but it might not be worth it, honestly. I'm not risking the fireball to the face. There we go. Oh, so this weird pillar room. This is a bit weird because you think that they're going up and down at random, but Doom doesn't have the capacity to have them go up and down at random. What's happening is there are a load of different lines around the map that monsters are crossing over and things are happening to, and they each react to one of those. So the effect for the player is that they see this random distribution of going up and down. It is, yeah, I mean, whoa! Okay. Yeah, that's exactly what I didn't want to happen. Or rather, I didn't want to trigger that myself, but it was nice that the imp did. They were incredibly clever people working on Doom. This is why Doom exists at all. It's amazing reading about the workarounds that they had to invent to get a fast 3D-ish renderer working on the computers at the time. It's not like today where you just slap in anything and computers will be fast enough to handle it. I may have oversimplified game development just now, but you know, it's why you have things like Unity and Unreal that they come with a heavy, a kind of heavy payload to start off with. It's not going to be optimized for space at all because you've got this all-purpose engine running underneath you, but computers are powerful enough, and you can absolutely use that, and it aids development, and it makes things possible and much easier than starting from scratch every time. Alright, so we're back in here. I don't want to be in here. I don't really know where I'm going. There we go! Just by sheer coincidence, I'm back on the path again. So the episodes 2 and 3 were written by Sandy Peterson in their entirety. But this is quite a... Oh, wow, that's a bit weird, isn't it? Well, the scrolling wall up there. I was going to say this is quite a Romero room because he liked having the cutaways and open to the sky. But that's an interesting choice, having the walls scroll around you. Yeah, Sandy's levels in the community have a reputation of being quite weird. And people either love them or hate them, really. And it's interesting to me because when I was younger I never really gave a thought to who had designed the levels, but once you know, you can really see, oh yeah, this designer liked using this kind of arrangement of rooms, and I can recognise that this other designer uses textures a certain way. I keep on hesitating and going back as if there's going to be... Well, I was going to say as if there's going to be something worthwhile around the corner, but in that case there was. But yeah, I'm not going to find any weapons. Alright, Refinery is down and Amos Lab is next. Now this map has quite a severe bug in it that means that you can't go through the yellow door if you miss your opportunity the first time. I found that when I did a run through these much earlier when I was just searching for secrets. Because I realised that I did not know where all the secrets were in Doom, and you know, I looked some of them up, and now I've forgotten where all the secrets are in Doom. But yeah, if you go through the yellow door and it closes, and you go back through it, then you cannot go back the way you came again, and so you can't finish the level. It's just so anticlimactic, having this massive door and there's just a tiny array of skulls behind it. I think those lost souls are going to remain lost. Alright, so this is a weird set of rooms as well here, because it honestly looks like he built these and then forgot to texture them. There's this entire room that's made up of blue textures. There's one a bit later on that's entirely red. It looks like he was just saying, oh, I'll come back to this, and then never did. Whoa, okay. That could have been nasty. Now, here's the entirely blue corridor. That's going to open up later. It is Rabbit Boots, isn't it? It is an odd level, even among Sandy Peterson's normal odd personality to his levels. Okay. So that's... There we go. Alright, that's the blue door. And here, this is just another room where I forgot to texture. Let's just put this placeholder of red stuff in it, and but you know, maybe this is Hell's influence seeping through and possessing their interior designer. Alright, so this is the point. I can only open that door once. I can open it as many times as I want from this side, but if I try to open it from that side again, it's not going to work. And it closes once you go down here, I think. It's fine to stand on this side of it just now, but if you open it again once it's closed, you're doomed. Alright. Spooning a cat... Oh, that was easy. I thought it would be a little more involved than that, honestly. But that was our first encounter with the Cacodemon. What other monsters have I not met yet? Done the Lost Soul Cacodemon, all the Episode 1 monsters? I feel there must be many more that I'm forgetting, but I think Doom 2 really did a good job of fleshing out the monster roster. Oof! God, that's a frightening room. It acts like it's going to crush you. Terrifying Spider Robot is... okay, the Terrifying Spider Robot is at the end of Episode 3. The miniature Terrifying Spider Robots are a standard enemy in Doom 2, and they first appear on what you might call the first boss level of Doom 2, which is dead simple. Where am I? Are you seeing that? The floor kind of moves oddly. That's a mistake in the level. Alright. Come on, spoon power, don't give me these 20s. 40, 40, 100, there we go. It's had a chance to wake up now. Hasn't had its breakfast. Okay, so there's a refill of armor there, but an obvious problem in the meantime, so I'm going to refuse that. What do I do now, Sandy? Yeah, okay, that should do it. Oh, sorry, I forgot I couldn't get to that edge, so I am going to have to go back instead. This way. Let's try the normal route. Oh no, I've already sealed that door shut, which means I need to go this way. Alright, I'll pick those. I have no idea what I'm doing. Okay, so there's health down here, but I can't actually take advantage of it because I've still got over 100 health, despite my poor performance. Alright, so now we're up here. What does this do? Another secret. Presumably that had some kind of weapon in it. Alright, and that leads me to the top of the tower in this big central room. And is this... Yes, okay, this is our first glimpse of the classic scrolling, screaming faces stuck in the walls. Yep. Oh, sorry. I thought that would lead me further to my destination. Maybe it's this way. No, it is not. What major thing have I forgotten about this level? Oh, I see it. I see it. There's a switch there. There we go. Alright, and behind me that's opened the way to the Soul Sphere. Oh wow, the Super Nintendo version, which I've been meaning to do something like this, a comparison video of all the versions of Doom. I'd have to stick to official versions, of course, because otherwise I'd be here forever. But in the same vein as my Prince of Persia videos, because it is another phenomenal game that was ported everywhere, including to places where it shouldn't really have gone. Alright, what's this? Command Center. Okay. Oh yeah, I remember having trouble with this level when I first resolved to play through the entirety of Doom. So we'll see how well I do with just a spoon. Oh, there's a Berserk if I hadn't already got it for myself. Just ducking and weaving now in what will, I think, be good practice for the giant 2-screen high demon that I'm supposed to be fighting at the end of all this. Oh, sorry. Hang on a minute, because I think that's a fake wall up there, but I can't remember quite how to get there yet. Oh no, it's this one, okay. Oh, whoop. Is that it? Oh, I suppose I'm in the second secret level now. Oh, so I just had no idea what was going on with that level. Oh, blimey. Someone said at work today that he was disappointed that when I had a bad realization today, I did not say, oh, blimey. And the odd thing is, I don't talk like that to people in Britain. It's not really a Scottish thing. But I speak like that to Americans to kind of fulfill their stereotype of someone British. I'm very lucky here, honestly, because I'm blessed with an accent that makes me... anything I say sounds 150% more intelligent than it actually is. Hello, Nolaz. Nice to see you around. Yes, So my quest to defeat Doom with only one spoon, it is a super-powered spoon, but it's a spoon nonetheless, is going surprisingly well so far. Alright, I've just remembered I was supposed to have them all infight. I'm supposed to open this door first and then have them infight each other, but instead I ducked and weaved to the best of my ability, and now I'm going to have to do it all again, because I've probably mentioned this before, but one of the main mechanics of Doom is... sorry, I just got totally distracted there. Why did that wall open and... Oh! Oh! That's the wrong way! That's the wrong way! I'm not pulverized! I am not pulverized! Oh, but that was frightening, wasn't it? Halls of the Damned is next. Okay, and I'm going to need to Berserk myself once again. Yeah, so that Forges of Mystery is a very strange level. I think we're saying that about all the Episode 2 levels, but it's so tiny, and it's just like nothing else in the original episode. It's just something very different that Sandy Peterson put together to demonstrate monster infighting. And there's my Berserk. Is there a suit that I can get to avoid damage here? Alright, so I get this is another level that has kind of two very distinct parts to it, where you've got this and then you've got the tech-based section, and they're very distinct from each other. Alright. Whoop. Okay, they were around the corner. Oh, there's an obvious door. Leading nowhere. Just running around, hitting switches where I can. And hopefully, eventually, I'll remember where I'm meant to be going on this level. Oh, that was nice of him, wasn't it? Shotgunned through his zombie friend and was met with a spoon to the face. Yes, oh, that is true, Nolaz, as well, that some level authors will toggle the loot in the secrets as well as everything we've talked about before, because every item can be changed whether it appears on the difficulty. So, for the most part, you would expect to have less health appearing and less armor, but more monsters. But there's nothing saying you can't have a health pack or a weapon appear only at a higher difficulty to balance the gameplay a little. Okay, we've got a whole heap of goodies, actually. We've got night vision goggles, we're invisible. Which is going to put these demons off. Yes, yeah, that makes perfect sense. Whoa! Skull in the face. Well, technically, we've all got a skull in our face. That's frightening. How long have I been modding Doom? Well, technically since 1997-ish, but everything I made was terrible and I gave up for about 2 decades, and then I came back and I was absolutely amazed with what everyone had done with the place, you know, inventing GZ Doom and all the scripting that goes with it, so I just got fascinated with Doom all over again. This, I believe, is a fake exit. Yes, it is, okay. That's a nasty trap. Oh, come on, get into the range of the spoon. So yeah, I made a couple of beginner maps that have unclosed sectors and barely work, and then And then I came back and I made an episode for myself. I tried making a map and then I got distracted and then I thought, oh, you can actually put new enemies in now. So I did that, and then I realised that you could mess with the HUD and you could put your own objects in and objectives. And in the end I replaced about half the game, and that became Vulkan Incorporated, which I'm in the process of doing a demonstration through. And I've done one episode and a demo of a second, and I'm hoping that eventually it will become a whole 3 episodes. Luxury condos, affordable housing, yeah, scripting, everything. It's really amazing what people have done with it. But the base gameplay, you know, just remains unchanged, and that's testament to just how much they got it right the first time round. It is fairly incredible, even when you go back to the DOS version, that you've... just everything in it feels so satisfying. They got the tone of everything exactly right. That's something that I don't feel with build engine games. I know a lot of people prefer Duke Nukem 3D or Shadow Warrior. But just the feel of moving around in the build engine games, it's never felt quite right to me. Perhaps because I played Doom so heavily first, honestly. Platforms above platforms. That is a very big advantage. You know, I think the build engine is undeniably technically superior. It can support ramps. It can support sectors moving about, which Doom cannot do. It's the level geometry is absolutely fixed in the original engine, and you can only move things up and down. Which actually makes me wonder, how did they do it in Wolfenstein 3D? Because that was actually a much simpler engine than Doom, but it had push walls that you could move. And I'm assuming John Carmack did some trickery with making a wall appear like it was moving and get the renderer to, or rather the, you know, the what's it called? Ray scanner, Raycaster. Getting it to just pretend the wall was moving and then lock it into the new grid position and replace it, and nobody would be any the wiser. But yeah, it's interesting that Wolfenstein 3D had something that Doom did not. Oh god, I have absolutely no idea where I'm going. In other words, things are pretty normal. I haven't been round here. Oh, mega armor, that's nice. Okay, let's spoon those to death. Yeah, Smooth Doom especially. I do love Smooth Doom. It's it makes everything feel a lot more satisfying. I don't really usually play with high definition textures normally, though. There is a version that supports materials textures. I can't remember what the technical name is just now, but the thing the Unreal Engine uses. And there's one... there's support for that in the GZ Doom fork that the Doom 4 remake uses. And I think that's absolutely spectacular. And, okay, so now we've gathered the 3 keys from the 4 corners, and we can finally exit the level. Spawning vats. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7... Is this the last level before the... It is the last level before the boss. Okay, so it's also the last level before my utter death. ID behold S. Yeah, you didn't see this, no lads, but the intent was that I would play through with Spoon, and this Spoon would automatically give me Berserk at the start of every level, but I kind of messed up the programming of my Spoon, so it only gives me Berserk at the start of the episode, and it doesn't carry over levels, so I'm having to do some manual work as well. Fortunately, Berserk is quite readily available. There's an invulnerability, so I'm definitely going to keep that in mind if I ever need it. Fairly quiet in here. I will say that regarding the room over room, Doom is just so well laid out that you don't even notice. Because you think that, you know, oh, I'm up here, surely I must have gone down here and there must have been a room over room somewhere. But no, I was really surprised when I learned that the Doom engine can't handle that, because I was certain that in one of the suburban maps in Doom 2 or something, that it must have happened. Bit of a weird use of the gore text, the gore objects here, because they're just hanging from nowhere in the sky. Well, you know, it's hell. It doesn't have to make sense. Okay, some ducking and weaving there. I don't want to hang around in there too long because they've got a big vantage point over me. Okay, where am I going now? Oh, nice big miss, thank you. Huh, that demon didn't seem particularly bothered that I was there. Oh yeah, that's true. I should try that out actually, because I have been kind of getting used to the original Doom textures. Something I did in my own episode was just replace them entirely with the free Doom ones, because you see them a lot less often. But yeah, it could definitely give a fresher look. Does this hurt as well? Yeah, it does. So yeah, that's twice that Sandy Peterson's used this weird rail of plasma or electronics or something as a hurting texture. Whoa! My God, there's an imp party in here. And that hurts as well, the central floor. And it doesn't hurt monsters, which is a bit unfair. Okay, let's gather up the health that I lost. Not an American McGee level. I mean, British names are not like American names, but I can't imagine ever wanting to name your offspring an adjective. There we go. Oh yeah, the torch secrets. That was interesting, wasn't it? I wonder if, you know, a small bit of that was where John Romero got those eye switches that he used so much in Sigil. Now, of course, every time I see an eye switch, well, that eye object, I have to shoot it because I think it's a switch. Right, I've lost my thread now. I've got all the keys, which is great, but so much of the level remains undone. Gonna hope to find some health fairly soon as well. I think I saw a corner up there. Let's make my way around. Oh, I'm completely lost. Alright, so I have to go back up there to the starting room to get around to there. Ah, standing on the floor that I couldn't see. Oh no, I can't get that way. Where do I go? Hold on, I've got to remember how I got in here. I don't know. Oh yeah, okay. I've got to get out a different way from how I got in. Oh great, thanks. Does that give me a Cacodemon button? in case of lack of tomato-flavoured bilious death, press button. Yeah, there's an eye switch, which isn't a switch. It's just watching me. So that's going to be the exit. It's not the exit yet because I can't get to it. Yeah. And those, I believe, are the spawning vats. This is the teleporter that's powering them, I think. Oops. Come on. Alright, what did that give me? Because I hope it's something. Uh-oh. That was the unmistakable noise of a Baron. There he is. And I've got 28 health. Invulnerability! Oh, I'll have that! That was an angel from above. Alright. Let's just take a look out here and see if we can just gather as much health as we can as quickly as possible. Oh, my eyes. Ah. Alright. Oh, I was faster on the jaw with the spoon than the imp was with his fireball. Citus 2, yeah, I can't say I've heard of it, because, you know, mostly I've been shying away very hard from mobile games, as we all have, but it's nice to know that one of them can be decent. It's a low bar, but it's there. Seizure warning. Perhaps, yeah. I mean, I'm sure I was unbothered by that completely when I was 12, the vulnerability wearing off, but now it's beginning to get hard on the eyes. Is that all? Yeah, I'm not sure if I accomplished anything in there. Let's look down here again, because there was the health I wanted. It's less absolutely urgent than it used to be, but the need was there. Let's look over in that grey area I haven't explored over on the right. Oh. That's nice of you. That's an unusual place to put a door up in the middle of a wall, isn't it? Oh, I'm stocking myself up for the next level quite well. That's quite generous. Alright, what do I need to do now? Let me just turn off follow mode on the map and see. So I need to get that area I haven't explored. That looks like it might be the end. Yes, it is, because I never found a way to raise a platform across that acid. So I've got to go back to where the blue door was and see if I've done anything to affect that. It's nice being over 30 and having complete memory loss these days, because I can play Doom like it's new all the time. So how do I get over there? Oh, that's it, is it? What did it... Okay. Okay. I switched that before. I know I switched that before, and it opened that up. Did it... Ah! The switch also opened that wall, revealing another switch behind it. Great. Thanks, Sandy. Alright, Tower of Babel is going to be possibly the where I meet my demise. I was going, honestly, to act all scared and then reveal that my modification had replaced the Cyber Demon with a small blob, but I thought that might not be in the spirit of the thing. 2, 3, spoon! 1, 2, 3, spoon! We might be here a while, especially as I need to berserk myself. 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, spoon. 1, 2, 3, spoon. So the Cyber Demon, I think, has 4,000, maybe 5,000 health points, and I'm doing 140. Whoa, whoa, whoa! I thought you were going to pause a bit longer than that. Okay, so the answer to how far can I get through the original Doom with just a spoon is the end of episode 2. But I'm not going to give up just here, because I think we might, with some luck, be able to do this. Might take some saving, but I'm gonna see through the. Oh, I should have left that for later. I've come this far. F, thank you very much. F for... you know, even I get that. F to pay your respects. There was no pressing F in Doom. You just shot things. Two, 3. Because his attack sequence lasts 3 rockets, and then he will go back to his walk cycle and then decide when to shoot again. But there isn't actually anything telling him that he can't shoot again immediately. Was that 20 or 120? That was 20. Okay, great. There's a great video that I saw in the early days of the internet, before YouTube was a thing. There was this video from a comedy group about first-person shooter games and how unrealistic they are. And they showed you that there were just 2 people using their front garden or something, and they had their toy weapons, and they were circle strafing around each other while Rammstein played. And then they stopped and said, "So who's winning?" And somebody went over to keyboard and pressed tab, and they saw the score. It's 2-1. Oh, okay. And just keep on circle strafing around each other. Oh. Come on. Yeah, that scream. The scream was added in Doom 2, I think, and then it was backported to the Ultimate Doom when they re-released it. Before, there was only one death sound, and apparently it shocked a lot of people when suddenly you could be blown up and have the second mega death sound. Oh, nasty. Yeah, Rammstein, very popular when I was in my 6th year of school. I think that was around 2001, 2000. But they kind of saturated the whole consciousness of European metal or industrial metal or whatever you want to call it, whatever they play. Because I love the power metal that was pioneered in Germany. And when I tell people this, and about bands like Halloween and Gamma Ray, they hear Germany and they say, "Oh, have you ever heard of Rammstein?" Of course I've heard of Rammstein! Oh, I need to save more often. Stop being distracted. Oh, he did that trick again. At least, you know, I know now that I didn't have an unlucky break my first time, and this is genuinely a very difficult fight. Oops. Oh! Oh, come on! Oh, come on. We'll get there. Get your strangely shapely bum back here. Oh! So I'm not sure how much damage I'm actually doing on average between saves. 40. Come on, spoon power. There we go, 180, that's better. Oh! I zigged when I should have zagged, and sort of peaked my movement at an inconvenient moment. I can only imagine, because in Doom 2 I sort of spoiled the Cyber Demon for myself, because a friend brought around Doom 2 when we were younger, and the first time you encounter that, the Cyber Demon in that, is when you're invulnerable in tricks and traps. So it kind of neuters his first appearance if that's the first time you've seen him. But I can only imagine the terror of players in 1994 coming up and facing this thing. And I think the thing that frustrates me the most about Doom modding is, you know, so many people are really creative in it, but there's still this feeling of I've got to plonk a Cyber Demon at the end of my custom map, and it's just such a boring boss. It's a solved problem, the Cyber Demon, because if you've got an arena and you know, some projectile weapons, you circle strafe and he can't hit you. Of course, when he's in cramped quarters, or you're not given the weapons you need to defeat him, then that's a different story. You can still use him creatively. I wish I'd put one of the health bar mods on, just so I could see if this is going to take me all night or not. Ah, I saved. Come on! There he goes! Okay, with just the power of a spoon and a large number of different saves, we've defeated the hideous Cyber Demon, poked him to death with a piece of cutlery. And that is the end of Doom Episode 2. I'm not quite sure why Zach did not include Episode 3 in his big Berserk challenge, but that is as far as I want to go for tonight. Perhaps I'll do Episode 3 a bit later on, just to round out the first 3 episodes. Episode 4, if I'm feeling extremely lucky as well. But in the meantime, thank you very much for watching this, and I'll see you on some other ridiculous challenge.